Hello, Football Tribers. Welcome back to the Football Tribe UG channel. Robert Kesakos is your usual suspect. I hope you're having a wonderful start to the week. It's been a bit of a marathon for me throughout the course of the weekend, including the loss of a loved one. That's why I didn't find ample time to do a review, a quick preview after all that Premier League weekend action that you did witness on match day 22. But I have been following all the events as they did go down. Of course, commiserations for Manchester United, agony for Arsenal fans there. I did see some tears shed when Arsenal conceded that equalizer, and then furthermore when that Mikel Moreno goal was cancelled for a handball by Kai Havertz in the build-up to that goal. So it's been a bit of a marathon. We did witness AFC Bournemouth put a stop to Newcastle's, I think, 9-match winning run or something. Very, very incredible side there. Bournemouth putting a stop to that with a convincing 4-1 victory that I must say, that one I didn't see coming. And then, of course, Crystal Palace once again doing it on the road. I think they're what? Now 7 games unbeaten on the road. They're just good performing away from home. Find them at their, shanty, Sellers Park, bit of a confined space. Maybe you can nick them. But lately, when they pay you a visit, they come all guns blazing, and it's been incredible for them. Of course, to the misery of Arsenal fans, having squandered the 2-0 lead to, share the spoils with Aston Villa, it was so much in pain because Liverpool on the other side had already won their game against Brentford by 2-0. Now, I remember in the course of the week, I was speaking to someone while Arsenal fans were jubilating that victory over Tottenham Hotspurs, and I did mention to them, while it is a good victory for Arsenal, I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal went on against Aston Villa and dropped points, and then Liverpool, picked all maximum points against Brentford, and then we get back to where we started the week from, where, Liverpool are 6 points ahead of the Gunners with a game in hand because Arsenal are the chasing pack. Of course, Chelsea have had their blip in form. Man City are back to winning ways. They had suffered a draw in between there that put a stop to their 3-match straight winning run. So it's 4 wins and 1 draw in their last 5. So looks like Pep Guardiola's side is gathering pace while things are not happening for him off the field because he's in the process of divorcing his wife and all that kind of thing. So it's really been incredible. I don't think it does matter if I run through you the results that did transpire in the course of the weekend because I believe you already know those. But for me, I must acknowledge that Everton beating Spurs was one of the results of the weekend for me, just as much as Bournemouth against Newcastle, although the Bournemouth result does top it all. And then, of course, Man United being beaten against Brighton. I must be honest, I wasn't really surprised because Brighton is one of those stubborn sides that have given Manchester United a headache in the past 3 or 4 years. So I think, to be fair to Man United fans, I'm sure some of you may have expected what you did witness. Maybe what you did not expect was the underperformance of the likes of Lenny or Andre Onana and some of you other players like we had witnessed, because we're talking about a Manchester United side that did win unconvincingly against Southampton in that 3-1 victory in the course of the week, where we did witness Amadou Diallo score an 8-minute hat-trick, because for about 80 minutes of the game, Southampton dominated their affairs, squandered their opportunities of extending their lead to 2 goals and all that kind of thing. And then, of course, they were punished on the other end, something that was really bound to happen because it's Southampton. They don't defend well. And for all the goals they conceded, you could hardly blame the goalkeeper in Aaron Ramsdale. So, very, very incredible results there for all teams. For the Arsenal fans that were saying the decision was contentious, and no, it wasn't. It was simply to the letter of the law. Because what does the law say? The law says if the ball hits a player's hand, whether intentionally or otherwise, leading to a goal, that goal will be cancelled. And simply, that's what really happened. The goal was cancelled because it hit Kai Havertz's arm on the way to the back of the net. And for some of you that did witness those celebrations, you could sense that they were a bit mild for what would have been a winning goal in that moment of the game. Maybe the closest thing reminder I can give you in terms of, scoring a goal that late. You all remember when Declan Rice scored against Luton Town. You all remember when Reece Nelson scored against AFC Bournemouth. Those kinds of celebrations were not similar to the ones you did witness here. And I would want to believe that Kai Havertz may have whispered something to one of his colleagues or two that this one is going to get cancelled because it did hit my arm. Some are still contesting the decision because they're not convinced it really hit his arm. But from all the reviews I've seen, from all the angles I've been able to see, the ball does strike his arm. Now, so I cannot blame it on the referee. I cannot blame it on the player. All I can say is that maybe the law in itself needs to be reconsidered or reviewed, because if the roles were reversed and the ball accidentally hit the defender's arm, then it wouldn't be a penalty, because it would have been an accidental handball or a ball to hand in that kind of interpretation. Why then, if it is an accidental handball in the build-up to a goal, we have to cancel that one? So it kind of feels like these are two laws that are sort of contravening their own principles, because if you're saying it's handball in one direction and it's not handball in the reverse direction, if it is not intentional, then clearly you're not making a lot of sense, at least for me personally. Do let me know what your thoughts are on that particular rule. But again, I cannot go away without saying Mikel Arteta stubbornly playing Thomas Partey at right back. Now, of course, you wouldn't want to blame him that much because of the injuries that he has suffered, including William Saliba, that is reported that could be out for up to 2 weeks. Arsenal are going to be in the Champions League against Dinamo Zagreb, I think, in the course of midweek. He will be resting against time to be fit for their upcoming game against Manchester City that is just around the corner. But all those injuries have forced Mikel Arteta to make such decisions. We all know Ben White is absent. He had a knee surgery. Takahiro Tomiyasu has hardly kicked a ball this season. He's been in and out of the squad until he had to be sent away for, sort of rehabilitation or rehab for those injuries that he suffered and that kind of thing. But every time, you hardly remember a game where Thomas Partey is played at right back and Arsenal win a game of football. Now, Arsenal had the unfortunate bit about this particular result is that Arsenal had the game by the balls. They had the ball by both horns and they were really taking the game to Aston Villa. Just a couple of minutes, lapses in defense, and they conceded 2 goals. Yes, they did. After that, they did try to fight back into the game, created a couple of chances there. The goalkeeper, their former goalkeeper in Emi Martinez, there pulling the heroics there to save Aston Villa, and the only goal that they did manage to score was cancelled. They did hit the woodwork, that kind of thing. So you would see a bit of bad luck for the Gunners, but it is what it is. I mean, you can really hardly blame the players in most of the things, apart from that lapse in concentration in defending that led to the 2 goals. Otherwise, do let me know what your thoughts are. The transfer window does continue. Couple of days left to go. Clubs are attempting to make moves. Some moves are being rejected. I've read reports that Arsenal have attempted to talk to Benjamin Sesko, but RB Leipzig doesn't seem to be willing to do a deal in January. We've had all these reports because Arsenal are out there clamoring for a striker. Dusan Vlahovic seems not plausible. Nico Williams, of course, is not been up for debate in this current moment, and that kind of thing. But tonight, Monday Night Football, we'll see Chelsea up against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolverhampton Wanderers do have Matthias Cunha, who they are trying to tie down to a contract. They do have a verbal agreement between the player and the club, but he's yet to put pen to paper amidst a host of interest from different clubs, including Arsenal themselves and other big clubs that would be interested in the services of the former Atletico player there, Atletico Madrid player in Matthias Cunha. So keep an eye out on that one. Man City do continue to make their moves in the market. Kyle Walker is a wanted away man and all that kind of thing. But Allow me keep it at that. Let me keep it simple. We'll have deeper discussions, perhaps, if time does allow us, if commitments do permit us time to engage in the course of the week. I wish you a blessed week, and I'll see you next time. Stay blessed.